Hello and welcome once again to Jacob's Toys 5-minute figure reviews. Please do like, share, subscribe, all of those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. In this video we're taking a look at the Lord of the Rings figures from Diamond Select Toys, and I have to say a huge thank you to Diamond Select Toys for sending these over for me to take a look at. In this video in particular we're taking a look at Gimli. Now we have pretty much fleshed out the Fellowship of the Rings through these different series of figures from Diamond Select Toys, and Gimli is one I've been looking forward to getting my hands on. He is an absolute favourite character of mine from the trilogy, and he does come with a Build-A-Figure piece. He comes with the Sauron head, which is pretty epic looking. Let's be perfectly honest with you, that figure is going to be awesome. We're going to take a look at that in a separate video. But let's take a look at Gimli. What does he come with? He comes with a lot of weapons, of course, because he's a dwarf and he is just full of the axes. He also comes with 2 alternate hands as well, which is a plus. Means that you can obviously have options and choices. If you want to have him holding 2 axes, then you've got the option to do so. He's pretty cool. He's a pretty stocky little figure. The detail on him, as I've said in all of my videos about Diamond Select Toys, what they do lack in articulation, they definitely make up for in sculpt and detail. And you can just see here everything from the braids in his hair to the details on his costume to the little backpack satchel thing on his back as well. He is just full of the details. He's a really nice figure. There's little pouches here, little kind of not pouches, what are they called? Like belt loops for each of the axes. So it's just figuring out which one goes in which loop. So you can put a couple of the axes there in the belt loops, and they just look huge next to him because obviously he's a dwarf, so he is a little bit smaller, so the axes obviously look a little bit bigger. I'm just going to swap these hands over as well, just so that I can have him holding the other 2 axes, because I want to have him holding as much as possible. Now, I say 2 axes, that's because in the Gollum figure, so the Gollum figure that came out as a deluxe figure, he came with a whole bunch of additional weapons as well, which at the time I thought was a bit odd, but when you actually look at the rest of the series, there was another axe for Gimli, there was a couple of knives and a couple of arrows for Legolas, and couple of fish as well, but he came with additional weapons for the rest of the characters, so there are extra weapons that you can pick up in other figures. But overall, as a figure, this one is probably one of my favourites. Yeah, definitely one of my favourites. So here's the 3 axes on him. So he's got 1 in the loop at the back there, 1 in each hand, and he just looks ready for battle. The Gimli character in the books and in the films and everything is just an absolute joy to watch, and I think this figure really does the character justice. He's just pretty cool. Not overly articulated, but articulated enough that you can kind of move him around and get him into a good position and stand him kind of shoulder to shoulder with the rest of the Fellowship. And you can see just how big this Sauron Build-A-Figure is going to be in comparison to Gimli. If you check out my channel, I have taken a look at all of the other figures in 5-minute figure review formats, so you can actually see what they all look like. And then I've done a Build-A-Figure video as well of the Sauron Build-A-Figure. So I just thought instead of just doing little bits at a time for each video, I'll just do one video where I just put the whole figure together, and then you can kind of see how he looks. But yeah, Gimli as a figure, definitely one of my favourites. The detail on him, the accuracy of his kind of his costume and the braids in his hair and his beard and everything like that, he just looks really, really cool. And shoulder to shoulder with the other figures, he just sets it off. Because he's a shorter figure, obviously I'm going to have him up the front because I don't want him to get lost. But yeah, overall a really cool figure. And it's really cool to have a company like Diamond Select Toys that really go all out on the sculpting and the detail to be releasing figures for Lord of the Rings sort of this long after the movie came out. Let's have a look at all of the figures together just so that you can see them. I've done this in all the videos, but here they are. Here's all of the Diamond Select figures that are currently available, and they just look awesome together. Let's be honest, they really do look really cool together. Yeah, so I've taken a look at each one of these in a 5-minute figure review. Do check them out on my channel, and of course do like, share, subscribe and all of those things, and go over to Diamond Select Toys yourself, or any of your local retailers, and pick these figures up if you're a fan of the franchise, because you won't be disappointed. They make for a really good display. They are just cool. They really, really are cool. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please do like, share, subscribe, and all those things. I'll see you soon.